HDMI in as well for it.
I was just looking at all the gadgets and I'm thinking, I'm sure there's a gadget missing.
Yeah, which is do something HDMI 2 out. Should be here somewhere.
God, I can't read, it's so dark. 3, hang on, let me get a bit of light on that.
Would you like a water, guys?
I'm good, thank you.
Love the water.
The water, yeah. It's okay to put it here, or
Yeah,
should
I'll
I?
grab it.
Yeah.
Thank you much
There
indeed.
you go.
Thank you
You,
for
sir?
water.
No, I'm good, thank you. Push back, there we go, that's 2 I think.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah, so Schulte is going to do the intro, the terms and conditions, and then Benjamin's going to do the same thing in French. So just to warn you.
Okay.
The man in the pink shirt, pink jacket, will be doing his bit. And then we play the video after Benjamin.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm on you anyway, so.
Yeah.
And then all I need to do is, your laptop's live anyway.
Yeah. Oh, I'll just point at this one when I'm ready to go.
I'll switch it over and then put the pip on.
Yeah.
When we get a shot.
Phone charging, or is it taking it back?
Basically, I've just given it a massive boost and my battery ran up. It's got 6%.
6?
It will have about 15 in a minute.
Perfect. Brilliant. I'll take it and bring it back.
Yeah.
Right, if we get to 20.
I'll just put them on supercharger. It'll be very hot, but it will be charged.
All tested, everything okay with big enough?
Seems to be okay with streaming, finally.
Yes.
Xavier's just about to arrive.
Right, let me go.
Oh, maybe not there.
That's right, yeah.
I always get very worried about. Hello, Richard. Oh, here. Can you hear us now? Oh, no, but then. Oh, could you? We have got a mic live for ambient, but I thought we saw them on the stage. They can hear us.
Yeah, can they hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear tapping now? Okay, we can't. It's on the phone, but we need to turn that off or have that one instead.
Well, Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Paddock Club here at the Monaco Grand Prix. And welcome to this remarkable single car auction here. And we have the privilege of partnering with the Formula One Paddock Club. This is a unique sale and is the first time that a car auction has ever been held during the Monaco Grand Prix weekend. This remarkable car that you see in front of me is unquestionably one of the most important Formula One cars ever to be offered for public sale. It is, of course, the Michael Schumacher's 2001 Ferrari F2001 chassis 211. The very chassis that Michael Schumacher drove to victory at the 2001 Monaco Grand Prix, and is the last Ferrari to win in Monaco during a championship-winning year. Chassis 211 clinched both the F1 Drivers and Constructors Championships with Michael's victory at the Hungarian Grand Prix. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to acquire an important piece of Formula One history and a key chassis that helped the great Michael Schumacher towards his record equaling 7 World Championships. The car is offered in fully running condition, having been thoroughly prepared by Ferrari, and we'd like to thank the team at Maranello, the Ferrari engineers. Please also note that the seller is making a charitable donation from the proceeds to the Keep Fighting Foundation, Michael Schumacher's personal charity. My name is Sholto Gilbertson, and I will be your auctioneer. Before we begin, I have a few important notes, which we do have to read out. The sale is, as is and where is, here. The final bid price does not include buyer's premium and any applicable taxes. A buyer's premium of 15%, including VAT, will be applied to the hammer price. The VAT on the buyer's premium is non-reclaimable. Following the auction, the car will be removed from the venue and returned to Maranello. And for the successful buyer, we will be delighted to liaise the meeting at Maranello and introduce you to the team at Ferrari. Please note that it is a buyer's responsibility to insure the lot whilst in storage, as insurance is the buyer's responsibility once the lot is sold. Any party wishing to collect the car must confirm directly with RM Sotheby's, who is authorized to collect the lot, in order for RM Sotheby's to issue an authorized release. Please be aware the car has entered the EU on temporary import bond and will be subject to administrative fee to release the car from bond. Like I said, the buyer's premium is 15%, VAT included, vehicle, and the VAT will need to be applied to the final hammer price, and the rate at which VAT is determined will be dependent on the country of import. So I'll just hand over to my colleague Benjamin for the French translation.
Bonjour à toutes et tous. Donc la commission acheteur est de 15% TTC, le véhicule étant sous douane. La TVA sera due en France ou à Monaco, elle est de 20%, donc c'est le taux applicable. Ou en fonction du taux dans l'endroit dans lequel va le pays, ce sera le taux applicable pour la TVA dans lequel la voiture sera destinée. Le montant de TVA devra être appliqué sur le montant de l'adjudication, et donc ça dépendra évidemment du pays d'importation.
Well, thank you. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth. So, here she is. Where should we start? Where shall we start, ladies and gentlemen? With telephones connected, as you'd expect. International bidding coming in from all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, who will bid me for the Ferrari Michael Schumacher Monaco winning example here? Any bids at all? Any bids? Any bids at all? Any bids? 8 million. Thank you, Peter. At 8 million, the bid on the telephone, the opening bid at 8 million euros. At 8 million euros. Are we done? At 8 million euros. Where's the bid? At 8 million I have with Peter Haynes. At 8 million now. At 8 million. 10 million now. It's all on the telephones. At 10. At 10 million euros. At 10 million. Thank you, sir. At 10 million. Any further bids? At 10 million we have. At 10 million. It's all on the telephones. At 10 million. Peter, what would you like to do? At 10 million. At 10 million. The bid is here at 10. 10 million euros. 10,500,000 at 10,500,000. It's all on the telephones, ladies and gentlemen, at 10.5 million now. 11 million, new bidder. New bidder now, 11 million. 11 million I'm bid at 11 million. It's all on the phones. 11.5. Take a good look, ladies and gentlemen. 11.5 against you now, Shelby. The bids with Jarrett. I'm holding the telephone bid at 11.5 million euros. 11.5 million. Any further bids? We have the room all day, ladies and gentlemen. We can take our time. At 11.5 million. 11.5. 12 million euros. You're back in, Mr. Haynes, at 12 million now. At 12 million euros. There's 3 of you on it. There's 3 of you on the car. At 12 million now. At 12 million euros, ladies and gentlemen. At 12 million. At 12 million euros. Shelby? At 12 million. 12.5, sir. Where have you been? Thank you. At 12.5 million. Seated here at Paddock Club. Thank you for coming along, sir. At 12.5 million now. At 12.5 million against the 3 phones live in the room here at the Paddock Club. At 12.5. At 12.5 million euros. At 12.5 million. I'm holding your bid, sir. I'm holding your bid. At 12.5 million. At 12.5 million now. At 12.5 million. Working hard on the phones. At 12.5. At 12.5. Holding the bid, sir. You own it for a moment, sir. At 12.5. 12.75. 12.75. 13 million euros, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Paddock Club. at 13 million euros. Bidding on the front row. At 13 million. We have the European bid versus the US. Sorry. 13,250. Going back to the States now, is it? At 13.25. Sir. 13.5. 13.5 now. With you, sir. It doesn't get much better than this. Schumacher, Monaco, winning Ferrari. Here we are. At 13.5. Here, sir. $13.75. He's come back in at 13.75. What would you like to do, sir? 14 million euros. Ladies and gentlemen, 14 million euros. At 14 million. At 14 million. Live here in Monaco at 14 million, seated on the front row at 14. Sir, come along now. 14.1, I will take it. I will take it. 14.1, but sir, the same courtesy to you. Same courtesy to you. 14.1 million. 14.2 million. Thank you, sir. Same courtesy. At 14.2 million. At 14.2 million. Make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen, the car is selling at 14.2 million. The car is selling, ladies and gentlemen. We will keep it in 100s, though. We'll keep it in 100s, but we are selling the car at 14.2 million euros. Make no mistake, at 14.2 million. They're still working hard on the phones. You are owning the car at the moment, sir. At 14.2 million euros. At 14.2 million euros. Front row here. Shelby. I will keep it in 100s for you, sir. But we are at 14.2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will begin to call the car. At 14.2 million euros, going for the first time. At 14.2 million euros, going for the second time. At 14.2 million euros, going for the third and final time at the Paddock Club in Monaco. The car is sold. Your paddle number, sir. 6117, 6117. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the rest of the Monaco Grand Prix weekend. And sir, congratulations.